dancer with Texas Ballet Theater for 8 seasons now. I grew up in Washington, D.C., and I trained in a small school right outside the district called Maryland Youth Ballet. And then after NYB, I went to Houston Ballet and joined their second company right after I graduated high school, HB2, and which was of course part of the Ben Stevenson Academy in Houston. And from there I heard so many amazing things about Ben, and I decided to audition, and they offered me an apprenticeship. So in 2012, I came up to Fort Worth and I joined the company, and the next season I was promoted to full company. Since that time, I've gotten to do lots of amazing roles and so many of Ben's incredible ballets. And we'll talk a little bit more about what my favorite one is later. But I want to show you a bit about what my day is like right now, being here at home in my apartment in Fort Worth. I hope to share a lot more about me today and what goes into who I am on stage and what it looks like behind the scenes. So let's go. So I like to start my day the same way I would if we were still working in the studio, and that includes taking Zoom company ballet class. Here we are starting with pliés. Even though we aren't in the studio, we're still able to get a pretty good workout in. We do a full bar together and even a little bit of center. The unique thing about being at home, though, is sometimes I get interrupted by a little visitor when I'm trying to give myself class, but I think that everybody else in the class usually appreciates it. Oh wait, I'm trying to do ballet class.
I see that. Cats enjoy you.
Not for long. Don't bite me. Don't bite me. No! Say bye-bye. Bye. Go. After I take ballet class, I like to supplement with a little bit of cross-training through Pilates. And even though I can't be in the Pilates studio either, I'm really lucky that my instructor, Valerie, is offering Zoom mat classes. And I really enjoy the opportunity to slow down and do mat work instead of reformer, which is what I'm used to doing. But it's such a great workout. After working out, part of my day is always devoted to a bit of schoolwork. I've been doing higher education part-time online while I've been dancing. I am excited to say that I graduate this summer with my Bachelor of Science in Psychology, and here I'm getting ready for a final I have to take this week. So something I really want to talk about that most people don't know about me is that I like to do visual art. So this is my art closet. It has a lot of stuff in it. This is my art cart that I move back and forth to the desk. It has paintbrushes and my rotary cutter and other scissors and glue and a hot glue gun and fabric, and I've been making some masks for my friends and to donate for right now. So that's some of the finished ones, but some of the supplies I have for that. And then some pieces I'm working on, or pieces on my drying rack that have dried. You can kind of see some pieces peeking out that are being sorted here. I also am storing my tutu in here for right now, my practice tutu. I really enjoy making these textile works, and I've made a bunch of them for family and friends and a couple of commissions. This big one is my latest one. It's a bit of a work in progress. I've made a number of these for commissions as well. These are all dried flowers, and the ones I have here are all from bouquets I received from performing certain roles in my career. I think visual art is such an amazing inspiration, and I'm super grateful that my parents let me have some of these pieces from other artists. I really love these antiques that are all from my mom's side of the family, and one of these in particular I'm going to talk about a little bit more. So I brought this one out into the light so I could show it to you a little bit better, and also talk about how it relates to my favorite role to perform. It's so hard to pick a favorite. I just feel like I love dancing so much that I love everything. But I think if I had to pick a favorite, it would be to dance Odette O'Deal in Ben Stevenson's Swan Lake. I performed this for the first time a couple of years ago, and it was just such an incredible experience. I think the role of the White Swan Odette and the Black Swan O'Deal, it gives you such an opportunity to have these two totally different dynamics, as well as being a really, really challenging technical role and a challenging dramatic role. It kind of has all of it. And the special connection from that to this piece right here is that I can remember being a little girl, and this was in our living room or wherever it was, and stealing it off of the counter, and I would put it down next to me, and I would like try and replicate the position of the dancer. Like, I just thought she was so elegant. And as you can see, she is a ballerina portraying a swan in Swan Lake. She's got her little swan headpiece on. I hope me stealing it off the counter is not why there are broken fingers and it's a little bit busted up, but you know, it's well loved, this piece. And I think it just goes to show that Swan Lake was a role I dreamed about doing from a really, really young age. So to get to perform Ben's a couple years ago was just really, really special, and something that I will never forget. Towards the later afternoon, I usually take a walk over from my apartment to the UNT Health Science Center campus, where they have a community garden, and I stumbled upon it at the beginning of quarantine and found out that I could open my own plot. So I've done that, and I'm a new gardener, but I've really enjoyed learning, and I can't wait to yield my first vegetables. Now that it's getting to be a little bit later in the day, I'm probably gonna take a shower and make some dinner, and probably call my parents and my sisters on the East Coast, FaceTime with them about the catnip. Are you excited? Are you excited? Yes. There's nothing even there yet on it. I just wanted to make one last recording and just say thank you to everybody for watching this video and spending some time with me, and also to everyone who has donated to the Texas Ballet Theater Relief Fund during this challenging time. It really, really means a lot to all of us at TBT, but I think especially the dancers, because that fund goes directly to preparing the building and making sure that everything is going to be ready to go, and that we get to dance as much as possible after all of this is over. So it really means a lot. If you haven't had a chance to check it out yet, you can find more information at texasballettheater.org/support. But just super grateful for our whole TBT family and the community that supports us as dancers and as artists. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you're staying healthy, and hope to see you all soon.